Hey AFC'ers, Gil The Gilness here from actionfigurecollectors.com, and it's a very special day today. It's Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. And we're here at the Fortress of Solitude, and I just wanted to maybe talk for a few minutes about just Star Wars. What it means to me, what it might mean to you, and a few collectibles and action figures that I've had over the years that mean something to me. So I'm as old as Star Wars. Star Wars turns 45 this year. I turned 45 this year. So I've been along for the ride the entire time, and it's been one hell of a ride, let me tell you. An expensive one because I'm a collector, but a fun one because I enjoy the stories. I enjoy the movies, the comics, the television shows, the novels, everything about Star Wars. You know, a lot of people hate on this, that, and the other thing, and that's fine. Not everything's perfect. You know, everybody has their own opinions. But hey, look, it's Star Wars. It's great. We love it no matter what. We all have our opinions, and that's okay. But me, I love it all. I'm thankful for it all, and I'm thankful for the collectibles. And I wanted to start off by showing you a first piece here. This is something from my original collection from when I was a kid, and it was one of my favorite toys out of the Star Wars line. And you would think it would be an action figure. It kind of is, but it's not your basic action figure. It's the Wampa, the original Wampa from the Empire Strikes Back line back in 1980. Yeah, this was one of my favorite toys growing up. I don't know why, it's just something about it was so cool. I used it in all my Star Wars stories that I played with my action figures. I took him everywhere with me too. Just something about him, he was cool, you know, kind of fluffy, I guess. Reminds you of a teddy bear almost, even though he's a freaking animal that would rip your arms off and eat you. But for some reason, I took a liking to the action figure as a kid, and I still have him today. He's a little yellowed, but he's cool and he's original, and he's been with me for a very, very long time. So things progress and the line continues. Return of the Jedi comes out, Power of the Force comes out, and they do tri-logo cards as well instead of the coin cards overseas. Over the years, I've collected the mint-on card collection of all the 80s, 70s Star Wars action figures. Well, they're expensive, as you know, so I can't very well afford $5,000 or $7,000 or however much it is now for some of these figures like Yak Face and the Anakin. So I got lucky not a couple years, actually now going back probably 6 or 7 years. I got lucky with a Yak Face, a carded Yak Face, not the Power of the Force one, not the one with the coin. I managed to get myself a carded Yak Face, and that was the whole point of my collection, is to have every figure on a card from the original series. So this satisfied that. It kept the wallet relatively unharmed. It was still expensive, but I have it. So there you go. This is probably one of my favorite figures in my collection, even my entire collection beyond Star Wars. It's just one of those holy grails, I guess you could call it, right? So yeah, something I'm proud of, something I'm proud to have. So from the Wampa to this, another favorite item. So Return of the Jedi comes and goes, and Power of the Force comes and goes, and tri-logos come and go, and then there's a lull in the action for a number of years, and then finally Kenner reignites the Power of the Force line in 1995, and we got these really muscular looking action figures, which were kind of cool at the time. I still have all of those. I saved all those just because there's just something about them. You know, they're not worth $1 million or anything, but there's just something about them. There was something about hunting to find them in the stores that was really fun. So I kept those. But as you know, Kenner bought out by Hasbro. Hasbro eventually slapped their logo fully onto the line, and we got figures like this. This one is from the Saga series, I believe, going back. But there's something really interesting about this particular figure. I don't know if you can see it from back here, but getting in close, it's signed by Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca, the actor that played Chewbacca. I was actually lucky enough to get his signature a long time ago on this figure. This figure, which came out in 2002. So this is a 20-year-old action figure right here as I show this to you in May of 2022. So there you go. It's been 20 years since Peter signed this particular figure. So this is another gem of my collection. You'll never be able to get that signature again. So just another progression in Star Wars figure history. But it doesn't stop there. Of course, fast forward now a number of years, and Hasbro comes out with the Black Series, and we get 6-inch action figures based off of our favorite characters from Star Wars that came out in 1977. So here you are. This is one of my favorites out of the Black Series. It's one of the earlier figures, so it's not quite as, maybe detailed or accurate or what have you from some of the new ones, but this was one of the original Darth Vaders that came out back when Black Series was fairly new, and I loved them a lot because the helmet comes off. This is a great story. When I was a kid and I saw Return of the Jedi in the theater, the scene that stuck in my head the most was when Darth Vader's helmet came off at the end of the movie, right before he passed, and you saw his face for the first time. And all I wanted that Christmas as a kid, let's see, I was 6 years old, all I wanted was a Darth Vader action figure with a removable helmet from Kenner. And I swear to God that it was going to be made, or Santa Claus would have made it for me, because I wanted it. And that Christmas came and went, and I never got my Darth Vader with removable helmet. It would be up until well into the 90s where they finally, in The Power of the Force 2, with the movie cell, film cell, they would finally make a Darth Vader figure with a removable helmet. But yeah, when this one came out in the Black Series, immediately with removable helmet, I jumped right on that one. It was kind of like a childhood want or dream to finally come to reality in a in a 6-inch figure. So this is definitely one of my favorites. And of course, the Black Series has continued on, and it's just been insane, and lots of money and lots of figures and lots of hunting, and maybe not so great distribution, but we still love our Black Series. I still love the Black Series. I collect them here and there. I only do original trilogy though. I don't branch off into the prequels. I don't branch off into the sequels. I gotta keep it under control, otherwise, I can't afford other things like, Yak Face. So, gotta keep our priorities straight when it comes to collecting. We run out of money and we run out of room too. Those are the two most important things, right? So it wasn't just Kenner figures and Hasbro figures, the standard ones anyway, that we've come to get used to over the years. There's been other different sizes and different brands and different people that have had Bendhams and 12 inches and this, that, and the other thing. And then recently, through Disney, who of course acquired the Star Wars license, came out with these toy box figures. And I just so happen to have my other favorite character, Boba Fett, right here, from that particular line. He's just a cool little figure. It's stylized. I like the look that they gave him in this particular form. Actually, all the figures that they did in this way are pretty cool, but this was definitely my favorite one, just because it's Boba Fett. If you can find these, they're really cool to display. It's a little something different than your standard Star Wars action figure, but this is just another example of some of the progression over the years of Star Wars action figures. And then finally, the last thing I wanted to show you here on this May the 4th be with you, Star Wars Day, is the very newest Star Wars figure that I purchased. I just bought it the other day. I was in Walgreens. I didn't expect to find anything. I stopped in to get some groceries, a couple of things that I needed. And lo and behold, there it was, sitting on the shelf. Remember now, I told you I only collect original trilogy Black Series figures. So, to my surprise, in Walgreens, I found Bib Fortuna. There he is. The man who was Jabba's, servant that then eventually took over the Empire and then met his doom at the hands of Boba Fett in the Book of Boba Fett. So there you go. This is from 45 years ago when I was playing around with my Wampa here. Well, not 45 for this because it's a little bit. It was Empire Strikes Back, but you get the idea. I had the figures back in the late 70s too. From all the way back 45 years ago to today, my newest acquisition to my Star Wars action figure collection. It's been one heck of a ride. As I said before, an expensive ride, but fun. In case you didn't notice, I also have on my Favreau and Filoni, This Is the Way 2024, I guess vote for, Favreau and Filoni t-shirt. So this is one that I just picked up at a convention. Hope you like it. And I've got my official May the 4th Be With You pin, which I wear every year. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this walk down memory lane on Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. I've had a lot of fun just going through a couple of little things from my collection. Comment down below. Tell me about your collection, what your Star Wars figures are like, or your favorite ones, your holy grails. Go to the AF Collectors Instagram page. There'll be a post there if you want to comment there too. Tell us about your collection. You know, we want to hear about it. We love hearing about it. We love talking about it. Let's have a discussion about Star Wars toys and action figures. We love it. So thank you for watching today, everybody. May the Force be with you always, and enjoy your Star Wars Day. I am Gil The Gilness from actionfigurecollectors.com, and I'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.